Please recognize that I had no voice in the process of how this bill came before us, and I consider it most unfortunate that in such serious matters, my district has been underrepresented in this body until today. But today it does have a voice, and I feel compelled to express the sentiments I know are most prevalent in my district, having just heard them spoken through their votes 2 days ago. I respect the efforts of the Appropriations Committee in making some difficult progress in mitigating the impact of the original proposed budget. However, this budget reduces rates for some services and caps some others, causing a loss of preventive health maintenance and cost containment. This budget hurts people with intellectual disabilities and their service providers. This budget reduces by $40 million the health care Maine will provide to non-categoricals, thereby shifting that and even greater costs to the people of Maine in more serious health issues and health care provided to the most expensive means of delivery, emergency room care. This budget reduces the number of people able to qualify for health services, when so many of those people could never afford health care, and others who deserve to have health care do not qualify now and cannot afford it on their own. Lack of affordable preventive care is the problem we need to solve, and this supplemental budget is moving in the wrong direction. Talk about reducing the number of people taking advantage of services translates to real people who will be pushed over the edge from staying healthy and for some staying alive to no longer being able to maintain moderately healthy living conditions. Lack of effective health cost containment, which was cut in the original budget, is a problem we need to solve, which is not addressed in this budget. Most importantly, this budget proposal is unique in that it focuses myopically on the Department of Health and Human Services. The constitutional requirement for a balanced budget constrains the entire state budget, not each department. So why was this highly unusual supplemental budget focused on a single department? I can think of no responsible public policy reason for that. I have to believe it is driven more by ideology than wise public policy. Furthermore, it creates an even greater impact on services affecting the life and mortality rates of vulnerable populations in 2013 by one-day borrowing from 2013 to 2012. We are looking at a bloodbath for safety net services in 2013. A woman I spoke with at her door in Bristol told me she had afforded the treatment by which she survived cancer only because of qualifying for the kind of health care we are talking about cutting today. And then I spoke with another woman further down the road on the same day who expressed her concern for her friend and neighbor, the same woman I had met before, who had, with the help of state-provided health care, survived cancer, but she was so worried about the proposed budget that it would mean death instead for people like her neighbor. COPD and diabetes is a problem afflicting another person I visited who was on Maine Care. And he lost Maine Care in December because his wife worked extra hours so that they could afford to give some Christmas presents to family. And it put them just over the edge of eligibility. That man managed, through reapplication, to re-qualify for Maine Care, but under the attrition proposed in this budget, would no longer qualify for that, would no longer be able to afford treatment for his COPD nor his diabetes. Knowing full well how strongly my constituents feel about these services, because they spoke their opposition when they voted 2 days ago, I cannot in good faith support this budget, nor its narrow focus on the Department of Health and Human Services. For the sake of the people of Maine, I stand in opposition to this bill.